Good morning, Yusek. Ma'am, may we just get your reaction on the recent pronouncement made by Senator Amy Marcos that by repeatedly invoking the executive privilege, it seems that the government witnesses are hiding essential facts doon po sa arrest ni former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Sana po malaman din po ni Senator Amy Marcos kung ano po bang ibig sabihin ng executive privilege. Ito naman po, executive privilege po is a constitutional doctrine that allows the president and high-ranking officials, executive officials, to withhold some sensitive information. Especially kung ito po ay magkakaroon na po ng encroachment ng isang branch over to another branch. Kasi ito pong executive privilege is rooted from the separation of powers. So may mga pagkakataon po talaga, including po yung mga issues concerning national security, diplomatic relations, military affairs, and internal deliberations within the executive branch. Hindi po ito dapat nais na po publiko. So magkakaroon po ito ng undue encroachment by one branch of the government over another. So wala po tayong itinatago. May mga pagkakataon lamang po na yung ibang mga napag-usapan ay hindi dapat isinapopubliko.
Doon sa kanyang preliminary findings, ngayon niya lang nilabas na sabi niya, it was found out that the Philippines had no legal obligations to arrest and turn over the former president to the ICC. And meron daw pong mga glaring violations, though hindi niya minention, doon sa rights ni former President Duterte.
Ganyan po ang kanya magiging opinion kung ang kanyang mga nakausap ay ang mga Duterte supporters. Pero kung titignan po natin ang ibang mga experts, katulad po nila Justice Carpio, Attorney Butuyan, at yung ibang mga nagsasabi patungkol sa batas natin na RA 9851, maiiba po ang kanyang tingin sa nasabing issue. And sana po tignan niya rin po kung ano bang sinasabi natin. Wala tayong legal obligation, pero meron po tayong batas na sinasabi sa RA 9851. Ito may sinasabing prerogative na makipagtulungan sa Interpol, but still, meron tayong commitment sa Interpol. But again, ang sumusunod lang, ang gobyerno ay sumusunod lamang sa RA 9851.
In relation to that, may we get your reaction on Senator Amy officially withdrawing from the Alyansa? Ano po yung naging reaction ni Presidente dito, and what does it say about the relationship between the siblings, ma'am?
Sa ngayon po, siya naman po ang nagsabi na siya ay kumakalas na sa Alyansa dahil lang sabi niya ay hindi yata pareho ang kanilang mga adhikain, ang advokasya. Kung hindi po talaga nalilinya ang kanyang mga paniniwala sa paniniwala ng Alyansa, mas maganda po siguro talaga na siya ay umalis dahil kung di niya pa paniniwalaan ang mga programa ng Alyansa, hindi po talaga magkakaroon ng magandang relationship. Pero lahat pong ito ay ipapaubaya natin sa campaign manager na si Congressman Toby Chanco.
But ma'am, does her statement show that there could be a deeper rift between the two siblings? Kasi ma'am, meron siyang binanggit ngayon na tinake against daw, allegedly ni Presidente, yung investigation niya sa pag-aresto kay Duterte.
Wala po tayong nadidinig na anumang salita mula sa Pangulo. Siya lamang po ang nagsasalita ng mga bagay-bagay na katulad ng ganyan. Siguro yan po yung kanyang pananaw. Pero sa Pangulo po, wala po tayong madidinig.
Thank you, ma'am.
Follow-up question, Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN.
Nabanggit din po ni Senator Amy Marcos that tracing the timeline of the events leading to the arrest, the administration only changed its tone from non-cooperation to cooperation with the ICC as the political relationship between the Dutertes and the Marcoses soured, or the Dutertes and the administration soured. Your comment on this one?
Basta po sa atin po, nung ginawa po ito ng pamahalaan ng administrasyon, wala pong ibang sinunod kundi kung ano yung nasa batas at kung ano po yung obligasyon natin sa Interpol. Kung meron po siyang ibang pananaw, siguro personal niya pong pananaw yan. Kung meron siyang ibang naiimbestigahan, sabi nga po natin, maging patas ang kanyang pag-iimbestiga, imbestigahan din po niya, gawin niya rin pong resource person hanggat maaari, yung naniniwala sa ginawa ng administrasyon na isurrender ang dating Pangulong Duterte sa ICC.
So again, ma'am, it didn't have anything to do with the relationship between the Marcoses and the Dutertes. Yung naging pag-arrest.
Wala po tayong pine-personal dito. Kung ano lang po ang sinasabi ulit ng batas at kung ano yung nagiging obligasyon natin at magiging commitment natin sa Interpol, yun lamang po ang ating gagawin. Wala pong personalan dito.
Follow-up question from Marisol Halili, TV5.
Ma'am, do you consider or does the administration consider Amy Marcos a loss from the Alianza? Consider.
Wala po ako masabi. Sa parte po ng alyansa, ibibigay po natin kung ano man ang pananaw po ni ating campaign manager na si Congressman Toby Chanco.
Pero the relationship between the president and his sister, how do you describe that? Is it still the same? Are they okay? May lamat ba?
As we can see from the statements of Senator Amy Marcos, it seems like there is. But on the part of the president, we cannot say that there's a rift between the relationship, in the relationship of the two siblings. So, hintayin na lang po natin kung meron man sasabihin ng Pangulo. But sa ugali po kasi ng Pangulo, hindi po siya masyadong, alam niyo po yun, hindi siya pikon. Kaya kahit anong banat, kahit nakita na niyo po si Senator Amy Marcos na nandoon sa Maisog Rally habang binabanggit ng dating Pangulong Duterte ang paninira sa kanya, kay PBBM, wala po tayong nadinig. Wala rin po tayong nadinig na anumang hinanakit kung meron man mula sa Pangulo para sa kanyang kapatid.
Next question, Ivan Mayrina, GMA7.
Yusek, this question is on the subject of interim release for former President Duterte. Isa raw po sa mga kondisyon for granting such a motion, according to the ICC spokesperson, is that for the country, in this case the Philippines, will accept this release and agree to certain guidelines and conditions to be set by the court. Is the Philippines going to accept the former president's interim release and commit to comply with the guidelines to be set by the ICC?
With that, does it mean that we have to recognize that ICC has jurisdiction over the Philippines? I believe the family of the former president, Duterte, is asking and praying from the Supreme Court that the government should not cooperate with the ICC. So it means that if we will not cooperate with the ICC, even that prayer or even that manifestation of the ICC, we will not take cognizance of that. Mahirap po kasi na sasabihin natin, although that's hypothetical, sasabihin natin na makikipag-cooperate tayo sa ICC pagdating po sa interim release, dahil lahat po ng issue dyan mabubuksan. Mabubuksan din po kung magkakaroon ng freeze order sa kanyang mga assets. Gugustuhin po ba din ng pamilya Duterte na makipag-cooperate tayo sa ICC para lahat ng kanilang assets, nakatago man o hindi nakatago, ay makikipagtulungan tayo sa ICC para mahagilap lahat ng kanilang assets?
Which means it's a sword that cuts both ways, if I understand what you're saying. So, it's a no-go. Ibig sabihin po, ang interim release as far as the Philippine government is concerned.
Though it's hypothetical, but as we speak now, we do not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC over the Philippines. So, that's it.